Like my current future ex-wife, Mega Gardevoir is an oldie but a goodie. While it isn't quite as flexible as some of the younger Megas out there, she can still get the job done. She just might need to stretch beforehand. Remember, the whole goal with this latest string of decks is to make Dragapult players cry by beating them off mercilessly. Gardevoir is great at that, because for a single Psychic, Overflowing Wishes accelerates a Psychic from deck to each of your bench Pokemon. Doesn't matter who they are. Then Mega Symphonia can take huge KOs, dealing 50 damage for each Psychic energy you have in play. And thanks to the 1 energy attack cost, WALLY'S becomes a great addition. The best combo I've seen is with Grand Tree. Provided you don't prize it, Grand Tree allows you to get a Mega Gardevoir as early as turn 2. 4 Colress makes the tree easy to find, and Telepathic Psychic Energy finds your basics. Plus, you can add some spice in the form of Monkey Dory and Prism Energy to heal while also providing another Psychic. Ultimately, while Gardevoir's not getting the widespread attention she deserves, even though you don't say it out loud enough, you know how special she truly is. Garchomp is probably the most interesting matchup that I could have gotten here. So I think it's just, unfortunately, an end turn, which is really, really bad. But Garchomp seems like a fun matchup. I just have to make sure I'm taking one-shots all day. So it's going to be very interesting. I have a quad WALLY'S list. I have Colress's Stochasticity. As long as we didn't prize the Grand Tree, the game is over and we win. Because I don't care if they get all their Garchomp. It doesn't matter how many Garchomp they got. It doesn't matter how many Rose Raid they got. If I can just get some basics, we will be totally fine. And we don't need the Terra Dedenne because guess what? We have Cofafgrigus. Oh, hello. You're doing 20? All right, I'll take 20 to the face. We don't need Terra Dedenne, which has rotated, I believe. I think that was like the first EX. Well, that's a Kirlia. We didn't need that. So let's go Colress's. We got the Grand Tree. I know it's very helpful for them for me to put the Grand Tree into play, but this is fine. Oh, I should have telepathic the Cresselia. That was my bad. All right, let's go double Ralts. We go double Ralts, and then assuming nothing bad happens. Oh, that's a Kirlia. Okay, so we prized one of our Kirlia, which isn't great. But the good news is that next turn, bad things are going to happen. The good news is that next turn, very, very bad things are going to happen. So they're going to have a Garchomp. They're going to be able to hit into me. Mega Gardevoir does resist fighting. It's one of the very few Pokemon in the world that can resist fighting. So because I have the Kirlia in my hand, this is really bad because remember, Grand Tree only works by... Grand Tree only works by evolving a basic, so you can't evolve into a Kirlia and then turn a Kirlia into a Gardevoir. You have to go basic to stage 1 to stage 2. And because I unfortunately have the old Kirlia in the hand and prize the other one, we can't get another stupid Gardevoir this turn unless PDCGL gives me a Lillie's or something, then we definitely win the game. All right, here we go. The first, what is it going to be? 100 something damage? 100 if they don't get another Rose Raid. Rocky Fighting doesn't matter. So do I just sacrifice the Mega Gardevoir, or do I retreat and go into a healing pirouette? Oh, that could have been so much better. Okay, let us... How do I do this? I guess I go into you. I have a Wonders Patch. Unfortunately, we did prize the Kirlia. So, actually, maybe I should have done this slightly differently. Because now I can't... Yeah, like I'm drawing one card. All right, let's try it a little bit differently. Let's see if this is dumb or if this is smart. I think it's slightly dumb. Especially when I have no rare candy. So this list apparently has no rare candy. All right, so we'll go for another Cresselia. We'll get the Cresselia, and then this way we can draw 5. Are we going to play our first supporter of the duel? That would be a yes. And there's a Flutter Mane. So yeah, I'm just going to, I think, use Overflowing Wishes one more time. So I'll just WALLY'S, use Overflowing Wishes, get all the energy out of my deck, and then just kind of win with quad WALLY'S. And then just, you know, quad WALLY'S all game. Seems like a safe bet here. Seems like a safe bet to just use my quad WALLY'S and absolutely body them. All right, so let's go Telepathic on you. And then Overflowing Wishes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's go, yeah, 1, 2, and I think I want 3 and probably the 4th one on the Kirlia, because that's the one closest to evolving. Look how much damage I'm doing. I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm doing 400 damage. So this is why I went for the overflowing wishes, is because now a power weight is powerless. Get it? A power weight is powerless to stop me. And what I have noticed is that Wondrous Patch isn't as good as you might think. Just use overflowing wishes and the game is pretty much over, right? If you can overflowing wishes and then your Gardevoir doesn't get knocked out the next turn and you have WALLY'S, the game is over, you've won. And the cool thing is, oh my God, every time I do this, it makes me angry, is every time you use overflowing wishes, you're not taking a knockout, so they can't stamp you. So you're thinning your deck every time you overflowing wishes, and you're not susceptible to stupid unfair stamp. And PDCGL needs a Wondrous Patch to fix all the bugs, damn straight. My opponent has done a couple interesting things while we've been waiting. Number one, they attached the other fighting to the Gabite, which I find very strange. They went and grabbed a boss's orders off the Petrol, which is another strange thing. I'm also confused by the fact that they don't have multiple Rose Raid in play. So I think in this situation, I just Lillies. I mean, I can draw 2 cards, but it's not like I have much going on. I think I just Lillies and see what happens, because prizing that Kirlia was not great. So we got our second Mega Gardevoir. That's perfect. I have a Wondrous Patch, which we're probably going to save. I do have Lillie's Clefairy, but I don't know if that's ever good, because you look at Cresselia, this guy can do 160 if I just turn over a prize card. So I'm not sure if I want to do anything other than just thin my deck. That seems like the best course of action. Just we have 3 Colress, 3 Lillies, 3 WALLY'S, 3 Pokégear, and look at what the supporter we have in our hand is. It's a stupid judge. All right, so we get rid of these 2. And then, yeah, we'll go for the Mega Gardevoir in case I get the... Actually, do I even go for the Gardevoir? Yeah, I think I do, because I'm probably going to end up judging next turn. So let's just go Mega Symphonia. You're a big fat Phonia. Or I guess I should... You're a big fat Symphonia. And this is where... Wow. That's exactly what I wanted. Thank you. Did they make an oopsie by not evolving this one? Because they evolved into the one that doesn't have energy. There's no way they can win by just using Corkscrew Dive over and over. They have to bust all over me at least once. Because remember, Draconic Buster is taking a knockout right now. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. So they have to bust. The problem with Draconic Buster... Oh my God, I hate how I can't show you the card because it's so... What are you doing using bosses? What are you doing, bro? What are you doing, Step Bro? You should not be doing that. I mean, yes, you can knock out a... See, there's the unfair stamp. I told you. So remember, I have 4 Pokégear. I have 3 Lillie. Yeah, we have 4 Pokégear. Remember what I was just saying about Pokégear? So this is actually bad because I can't knock them out unless I get the thing. So they were very smart. The problem is that, you know, they'd have to have like a Spiritomb or something in order to do the thing. All right, well, let's, I guess we go up with the one with 2 energy on it, since that one can retreat if necessary. All right, so if I get... I mean, I think I just want a Lillies, right? I don't think I want a Pokégear at all. Because all I need is 1... Oh, wait, no, I can go Colress? No, I don't think I want a Colress here. I think I just want a Lillies and Hope. Because 1 Wondrous Patch and 1 energy. Ah, crap. All right, well, that's not what we wanted. So, believe it or not, attaching the energy is actually a bad thing. And, should I? I don't know. I'm going to take a chance. I know this is very risky with a Spiritomb. So the reason I didn't attach the energy is because with a Spiritomb and a Rose Raid, they're doing 380 if I do 350 to them. So I'm banking on the fact that they don't have another Rose Raid, that they were just keeping it secret, but it doesn't look like that's the case. Because remember, Spiritomb doesn't hit for weakness. I think they're about to realize the Spiritomb, okay, they have to get a Rose Raid. If they don't have another Rose Raid, if they prize 2 Rose Raid, if they don't have another one, I win the game, because Spiritomb does not hit for weakness. Yeah, see? My plan was perfect. See, I know this matchup. I know this is why you have to play the decks to beat you off. If someone's having fun beating you off, you have to play with their deck super hard. And I knew exactly what I was doing. All right, so we'll WALLY'S Compassion the active just because it's funny. I know I could have just bossed and won the game with using bosses, and that would have made the game a lot easier and quicker, but I wanted to do this, okay? This is funny. Okay, this is much funnier, okay? Knocking out a stupid Spiritomb is so much funnier than bossing a Garchomp and then bossing a Garchomp for game, okay? I know what the right call was. I went for the funny one, because that's what we do here. You know, it's like when you look in the mirror, you can only help but laugh to hide the tears because you see what you look. Oh, okay, they're going for a Cresselia again. All right. I do have, they're doing this right. They're doing this 100% perfectly, but I think they realize that, yeah, there's just no way they can win. I have Wonders Patch. They played that perfectly, except for the fact that, unfortunately, as you can see, the last sentence on Spiritomb, this attacked damage isn't affected by weakness, which is really disappointing because if it was, that card would be goated. The good news is that this is Dragapult. The bad news is that I prized 2 Mega Gardevoir, which is very concerning. And I don't play a Lillie's Clefairy because I was like, oh, I don't need a Lillie's Oh, I do play a Lillie's Clefairy. Never mind. It was a different list where I was like, I don't need Lillie's Clefairy. I only need 7 energy to knock out a butt face. I can easily clap the cheeks of anyone who dares challenge their pilot. All right, well, that's a thing. As crazy as this is, I think I Mega Symphonia. I think I just Mega Symphonia for KO, and then next turn I use Overflowing Wishes. Because this is kind of pathetic, and yeah, maybe I have to bump the stadium too. Oh, we got a Guardy. But yeah, I know we're gonna get Stamp. Dragapult always has Stamp. Every time I'm editing my videos and I see a Dragapult game, every single time I take a knockout of a Badoo or just anything, it's like, boom, unfair Stamp. And they clearly don't realize that putting a Dragapult into play is terrible. So I wonder if they're going to stop at Dracloak. If they have Crispin in hand, maybe they won't. But I'm curious, will they stop at They didn't stop at Dracloak. Okay. And why aren't you worried about Dragapult using Grand Tree against you? Well, you're worried about Dusknoir. You're not worried about them putting a Dragapult into play because you're like, hey, a Dragapult, that's free prizes. That's great. Yes, please, give me a Dragapult. Oh, you want to do 200 damage? That's fine. I will just completely beat you off and win the game. So in this situation, I'm going to go for it, I think. I think I just ignore, the part of my brain that's like, hey, you should be smart about this, and I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to pretend like I'm wait, is there a gopher Pokemon? There's Bidoof and B-Barrel, and it's not pronounced Bidoof and Bibarel, which is, I hate it so much. But there's like no gopher Pokemon. Now I could really go for, but it has rat in the name. You want me to go for a KO here? It's a groundhog. Watchhog is a groundhog. Patrat is a rat. All right, I'm gonna go for the KO. Let's hit him with the Colress for the Mystery Garden. And I think, yeah, just Mystery Garden. We forego anything else. I'm going to Telepathic Psychic Energy this guy. We go get Clefairy. Clefairy and somebody. Clefairy and, I guess, probably not Mega Diancie. Probably just Ralts, because I just want to take the knockout. Right, and then I put the Kangaskhan down to draw an extra card. I waste the Pokégear. You could have at least failed to make me feel better about myself for doing this. And then we take a knockout. It's literally that easy. How do you win the Dragapult matchup? Very easily. But by not even doing anything. How do you win the Dragapult matchup? You have 4 energy and a Clefairy. That's it. Isn't it go for a groundhog? I don't know. I don't know anatomy. Do I look like... I don't know what I look like because you can't see me. I was going to say, do I look like a zoologist? Do I look like I go to weird sections of Reddit where they have Zootopia images generated by people in the community who are really cool and I have close personal friendships with. Do I look like that kind of person to you? And Ken says that Drillbur is a gopher according to Google. They got roses and there's no way. There is no way that they just have. Okay, so Mega Gardevoir and Monkey Dory are getting knocked out, which is fine because I still one-shot a Dragapult. Even when they have the naked roses, it doesn't matter. That's the best part about this. Oh, you got a naked roses? Yeah, I really don't care. Even when I prize a 2 Mega Gardevoir, doesn't matter. Oh, crap, they can win next turn if they get Rare Candy, Dragapult. Actually, they can't win. Literally and figuratively impossible for them to win. Let's go double check for Mega Signal. That's a Kangaskhan. That's a Diancie. I think I just forego anything. I just empty out my hand here. So we just empty everything out. Boom, boom. And let's attach to, I guess, the Ralts in case that's who I end up evolving. And then we Lillies. And then we got Wonders Patch. We got this guy. That's great. I'm going to Poké Pad all the things. Yeah, let's just get everybody out of the deck because I know I'm hurting my potential for Mystery Garden here. But I think increasing my Fezandipity is better than, the other way around. I don't want to do a reach around right now. So I can't use that. I want to Fezandskibity because we want to save the Telepathic because he can't Wonders Patch that. And yeah, just a Mega Symphonia for 500. Oh, no big deal. Just a Mega Symphonia for 500. And wait, what's that? If I just attach an energy, I'm one-shotting a Mega Kangaskhan? All right, so the only way that they can win this game is if they have Rare Candy, Crispin, Boss. Oh, no, Sparkling Crystal. Sparkling Crystal, I think, is the only way they can win. Sparkling Crystal would have to be, or Neo Upper. Neo Upper or Sparkling Crystal would have to be their ace spec because they can't Crispin or Roses and Bosses in the same turn. I did go a little overboard by putting my 2 prize liabilities into play. That is the one issue I've noticed with Mega Gardevoir is that you can't just load up 1 Mega Gardevoir with 500 energy and just win the game. You have to have a bunch of bench Pokemon. Best case scenario, you have a bunch of higher-ish HP. They don't think I can knock out a Mega Kangaskhan? Oh, ye of little faith. You don't think I can one-shot a Mega Kangaskhan with 5 energy on board? You don't know who you're messing with. Don't you know who I am? You are. Wait, no, that's... Who do you think you are? I am. And there's the bosses when... Yeah, I was like, I have to put the energy on the Kirlia in case they try to get cute. And they're like, oh, I'm going to be super-duper cute here. So this is unfortunate because I would have to top deck... Well, they think they're being funny. But guess what? I would have taken the knockout. I had the knockout no matter what. Yeah. Oh, no, I could have done it. So I didn't have to bosses. I had the 300 damage. I just had the bosses. So no matter what, I had game because I was doing 300 to the Kangaskhan. So all I had to do was retreat off the Psychic, re-accelerate it with Wonders Patch, attach 300 damage on a Kangaskhan. That number on the screen is not lying to you. I am 4-0 with this deck. I have faced Dragapult, I have faced Starmie, I have faced Garchomp, and I can't remember what the other one was, but I'm undefeated. And as you can see, my opponent ain't showing any feet, and that's very disappointing. I don't know if this is a good matchup or not. I feel like this is a bad matchup, but we'll find out. I feel like this is a terrible matchup, but we shall find out, shan't we? Yes, we shan. All right, we go telepathic. Hey, Eevee, you're supposed to be on my side, Eevee. But unfortunately, I don't play Lillie's Clefairy because I was like, we don't need Lillie's Clefairy. We don't need Lillie's Clefairy in this deck. We need 7 energy to one-shot a Dragapult. That's easy. Easy dubs when you have 4 telepathic and 8 regular psychic. But Raging Bolt is a big problem because they can just one-shot. The good news is they need 6 energy. The bad news is holy crap, they're going to already knock out my Ralts. All right, so I have to knock out a Raging Bolt and then hope they can't get more Raging Bolts set up. And that is how we win. Oh, wait, what? Oh, they must have a Lightning and a Teal Mask in hand then? Or like a Ultra Ball and Terra Orb? That's a very questionable decision. Yeah, okay, they have Ultra Ball, makes sense. They must have a Lightning or they have a terrible hand and they're going to Burst Roar. There's only those two options. Either the Ralts is not long for this world, or they have a terrible hand and we're about to get Burst Roared. And it is Ralts getting bodied. Ralts' cheeks are getting clapped. Press 1 if you're paying to watch a Ralts get its cheeks clapped. Okay, so Smoochum time. I have to Colress for, I mean, nothing really. No, I guess I Colress. Ooh, hello. Hello there. I don't think they can do it. I don't think they can do this. I think we win this game. I don't know if I should have done that. That actually seemed kind of dumb. But I can draw, what, one card? Okay, we're going to go for Telepathic. I think this was a bad idea, but we're going to go for Telepathic. Yeah, I should have just let it ride. I shouldn't have done what I did. I shouldn't have did that. All right, Overflowing Fishes. We're going to have 250 damage. So they have to take a one-shot here. I just wish that this was a regular Psychic and not a Telepathic. All right, I may have to lose a Mega Gardevoir in this process, but they need 6 energy. So they need a Crispin and 2 Ogerpon Teal Dances to take the knockout, or all of their Ogerpon. And it looks like, well, with a Lillie's, that's pretty good news. With a Lillie's, I think we're in the clear here. There's a Pokemon catcher. There's no way. Oh my, they're going for the, I see they're going for the Ralts. They should go for the Cofafgrigus. I see they're going for the Ralts. Doesn't matter who they go for because we take an, damn it. I hate you. But I've already won this game. That's what they don't realize is I am him. You know, call me a song at a church because I am him. No, we're fine, because that's fine. I don't mind if they knock out the Cofafgrigus, because Cofafgrigus probably wasn't going to do too much. Probably wasn't going to do too much this game. Okay, we don't need all the freaking Wonders patch in the world, bro. Okay, bro. Okay, step bro. We don't need all of the Wonders patches in the world. All right, we're fine. We're taking 2 prizes. We can win this game. This has been kind of a bad start for both of us. I really should not have rare candied. Why did I get the Mystery Garden? Why? If I'd known I was going to get that one. All right, so we'll be fine. I'm going to Hilda. We're knocking out Raging Bolt. There's no way they knocked me out this turn. They literally need 6 energy. They need 6, 7. 6 times 7. They have to Crispin and have, what, all 4 Ogerpon? Literally impossible. They would also need a Glass Trumpet or something if they really want to do that. They would need, like, Meowth Glass Trumpet or something if they want to do this. Like, they would need Lillies, all their Ogerpon, a Glass Trumpet. There's no way they got it. They did Lillies, but they're dangerously close. They're an Ogerpon and a Lightning Energy away from taking... Uh-oh. Please no. Please don't do this to me. I've been a good boy. I haven't been a bad boy. I've been a good boy, PDCGL. I've only made 1 rant video in the last month. Please, please, PDCGL, please. I've been a good boy. I don't deserve a spanking. Okay, that's bad. Okay, this is terrible. I mean, again, I have the knockout. So I think I've won. Like, they're doing everything. They hit a Pokemon catcher. They got a Prime catcher. They've had pretty much everything. The only thing they haven't had is a knockout on a Gardy. And if I can just find my Hero's Cape, we're fine. But I think we're in the clear. I don't think they can win now. Okay, really? That is just not cool, bro. Okay, so Hilda for Mega Gardevoir and Telepathic. I can get 1 more basic, but like there's no other basics to get, really. I have to attach the energy. There's probably like a Ralts. Yeah, I guess I go for the Ralts in case I get rare candy, then I can thin that out. God, why do you have to go for the stupid Yamask? All right, so remember, they can knock out Smoochum and Ralts, and that's okay. Well, actually, the Smoochum. I don't want to knock out Smoochum. Smoochum has an energy. We do not want the Smoochum to get knocked out because that has a very precious energy. It is my precious. But despite them having everything and me prizing everything and never having a playable hand, that is how good Mega Gardevoir can be, is even in a matchup where I probably shouldn't have won because Mega Gardevoir's whole claim to fame is that it has 360 hit points and attacks for 1 energy, so you can use Hero's Cape or WALLY'S or stupid Cofafgrigus and, you know, heal it and snipe and do a whole bunch of things. So I think they were technically favored because I don't have Lillie's Clefairy, but the fact that I am him just goes to show you how good I am at this game. Uh-oh, wait, they have a 3rd Raging Bolt? Wait, you're only supposed to have 2 Raging Bolt. You're supposed to have 4 Ogre. There's no way. Uh-oh. Okay, wait, they don't have free retreat? They don't currently have free retreat. Okay? Clan Burglar, you deserve to be unmodded for that. They do not have free retreat. They have to discard an energy to retreat. This is 6 energy, but they would need a Latias to retreat, and there's no way they have that. They haven't even... There's no way. There is no way. No! 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 If I don't prize my Hero's Cape, we win this game. Wait, no. Oh, that's... I hate this game. I hate this game so much. I had everything. Everything was perfect. You're not supposed to have a 3rd Raging Bolt. It's supposed to be 2. All right, they win this one. They got everything. But it was closer than it should have been. Oh, man. If they didn't have everything every single turn, we easily win that game. But PDCGL... Oh, okay, PDCGL knew that I hadn't been farted in the mouth today, and PDCGL was like, you need some pink eye. You know, your eyes are looking a little too clean. We need to give you some pink eye. As much as I want to turn 1 Kangaskhan, I'm believing in the heart of the cards. Watch, you know I'm not. I wish I could believe in the heart of the cards. I can't do it. I can't in good conscience believe in the heart of the cards that I'm not facing a deck with a Badoo in it. Because you never know. This could be Dragapult Kangaskhan. This could be like a Jellicent Kangaskhan build. It's probably Ogerpon Clefairy Kangaskhan. But I can't take the chancey that I'm facing off against something with a Badoo and I get absolutely bodied. There's no way you have the freaking turn 1 Chris. There's no way. If they're just going for a Sob, that's okay. Okay, a Sob is fine. A Sob is not great, but it's better than, you know, just losing the game immediately. All right, so we got the Rare Candy into Ralts, or Rare Candy into Gardevoir. I can just start attaching to the Latias, which seems terrible, but we can do that. Yeah, there's a Poffin for double Ralts. If they want to bosses and KO 2 Ralts, that's okay with me. What the hell is this hand? Okay, so I can't retreat. Well, then that means we gotta put a basic energy on the Latias and start threatening an attack. And then ruin their life. So I think I mean, they can't Crispin and bosses in the same turn, obviously, but they could have something. They could have, you know, energy switch, attach bosses, double KO the Ralts. That is what I want them to do. Well, actually, I don't, because I don't have an energy. I put 13 energy in the deck, and clearly that was dumb. So I'm just going to Cypher Maniac. Lillie's... Okay, I'm not going to Cypher Maniac or Lillie's on top. I will put the Hero's Cape on the Gardevoir. I know it's a little premature, but as you all know, things happen prematurely for me quite often. Okay, let's go. Yep, we're threatening a knockout. That's cool. I did get rid of a bosses early, which is less cool. You know, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait on any more basics. I'm just going to go end turn. Losing that bosses early was not awesome, but we can still be fine. You know, they're over here thinking I don't got it like that. Latias can attack, bro. It can't attack on back-to-back turns, and I can't take a knockout, but it can attack. Oh, this is interesting. Do you want to see what... Do you see what's about to happen if I get a bosses off this Pokégear? Oh, this is great. Okay, so we go Ultra Ball for the Smoochum and the Bat. We get rid of that. I go for Kirlia. This is going to be hilarious if it works out the way that I think it is. And I'm going to go for it regardless. I know I shouldn't, I know I should be patient, like someone at a hospital, and you know the Mrs. Powderbottom I pay to pretend to be a nurse, and I be a patient. Okay, all right, PDCGL. I see what you're gonna do today. I see the world we find ourselves in today. I shouldn't have grabbed that energy, but whatever. I see the world we're in today, and I don't like it. I do not enjoy the world we find ourselves in. It's a cold, cold world. I just needed a bosses. I bosses the Raging Bolt. It's hilarious. We all have a laugh. You know, everyone shows me their feet pics. A great time is had by all. Okay, now what are they doing? Are they like, oh, you can't attack, so I can just do the thing? And they might have a prime catcher? But they just retreated into Kangaskhan. If they take the knockout, yeah, if they just take the knockout, that's not terror, it's not good. And I should have grabbed another basic, but now I can just Mega Gardevoir and do all the things. All right, well, let us go for the Gardevoir. We're only going to be able to do 200 damage. Wait, if I attach, accelerate 3, 250. So we're only doing 250 to a Mega Kangaskhan? Well, that's not helpful. Actually, no, it is helpful, because I can go for the Latias. So we go for the Latias. And then as long as I didn't prize two basic Psychic, I have the knockout on the Kangaskhan and the game is over. Perfect. That's literally everything I needed. I needed to have 4 energy. As long as they don't have a bosses, as long as they don't have a bosses in that hand, we're totally fine. If they do have a bosses, the game is over and I've lost and I hate my life. Okay, well, that's fine. But I mean, even if they don't, we're still kind of screwed because the Raging Bolt can knock out a Mega Gardevoir, but then I can knock out the Raging Bolt. So I imagine they're just going to Ultra Ball for Meowth, go bosses, knockout, doesn't matter who they knock out, because, okay, Terra Orb's interesting. Because I put 4 Pokégear, I put 4 Lilies, 3 bosses. I think there's a Colress in here. But, wait, what? Iron Leaves? Make like a tree and leaves. Okay. This is an interesting decision. They're losing 3 energy. What? Wait, what? PDCGL, I think something's wrong. I think something has happened to PDCG. Does anybody notice what's wrong with this picture? Does anybody notice what is currently up with that picture? Can anyone point towards where PDCGL touched you? Can anyone see the problem with this? Can anyone see the issue that we are noticed? There it is. I found it for you, PDCGL. There you go. There's the water. I found it. Don't worry. I found it. God, this game is just great, isn't it? And I love it how they say, hey, don't worry, just restart the game. That should fix it. Just restart the game. That should fix all the issues. Yeah, there's no fixing the issues in this game. And I couldn't hold off on using the WALLY'S Compassion because there was a chance they just flipped 2 heads on Mega Kangaskhan. But I think they've hurt themselves quite bigly right now, especially that they haven't played bosses, right? The fact that they haven't played bosses is they played 3 cards. The fact that they haven't played bosses is huge for us. Yeah, that's the thing with PDCGL. Anytime you notice an issue, just right-click on a card, and that normally fixes it. Incineroar, no, this is the card. I think it's sort of like rolled into the card loading glitch. Yeah, the WALLY'S top deck came in hugely clutch there. Because the fact that they haven't... Oh, as long as I get an energy, it doesn't matter. As long as I get one of my, like, 6 energy in deck, we're fine. Suck my butt! Okay, we can still top deck. We're fine. We're still good. Oh, that's even better. Because they can't one-shot a Mega Gardevoir. Okay, things are interesting. I'm knocking out the Raging Bolt. I think I only have 2 Wondrous Patches, so they just help me win the... Okay, so obviously they're prepping this one. And then we get the energy anyway. All right. So in this case, in this Professor Turo's scenario, I think I just attach to the Clefairy, Cypher Maniac to bosses on top, and that's GG, right? Cypher Maniac to bosses on top, and that's GG. And just in case I put both bosses on top, I don't know. I think that's GG is if I just put 2 bosses on top and I have a Lillie's Clefairy, right? Because then, like, everybody is susceptible except the Kangaskhan. I am so good at this game. The only way they can't win, right? There's no way they can win. That's not cool. The only way they can win is maybe like with a Briar. Yeah, a Briar can win them the game. Okay, this is how they win. They have to overload a Teal Mask Ogerpon with like 6 energy and then play Briar. Briar gets you an extra prize card when your opponent has 2 prizes left and you take a knockout with a Terra. So I think that is the only way, because this guy won't be able to do it, because I believe Briar is only the active. So it's not like they can torrential pump my Kirlia on the active and the Kirlia on the bench and take 4 prizes. I'm pretty sure it's only the active. And there's the bosses. So if you go for my Clefairy, that's fine, because I put a bosses on top. I prepared for this. I'm a fart smeller. You know this. I really like it when I face women on PDCGL, because you know what they do after they win? They fart right in your face. That's how I got the nickname in college, Fart Smella. You know, my professor gave it to me. She was very attractive, and, you know, I did some things for extra credit. But there you go. When Trust Your Pilot uses his brain, and Wally has some compassion for him, he can't be beaten off. He beats off everybody else in his nearest vicinity.